Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 9 of the MFL on EA Sports. It's the New York Jets taking on the Carolina Panthers.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Carolina Panthers and the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback in the league.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And he stopped immediately there. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll run with Etienne and trying to shake free, but Etienne cannot. The defense will stop him short. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
On 4th down, the Panthers send out Michael Pilardi to kick it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Jets will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And they've got it inside the 10 on 1st and goal. And they'll run with ETN. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Hey, check back 16. Check back 16.
He'll look to throw. And he's got it. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Going for it, here's ETN. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Travis Etienne with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. An early decision point here, Charles. Maybe one we'll look back on later. They go on 4th and goal, and they punch it in for the touchdown.
We always talk about how football is a game of confidence, and that's how you get it right there. Leave your offense out there and tell them I believe in you. And they pay it off with 6 points.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 58 yards, and a score.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked with him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
And he'll be taken down, but not before. 5-3 now on the year. They coming off the loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple of months, CD. 5 wins in their last 8 games.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game, as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better, one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Here's back-to-back catches for Devontae Adams. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Akers. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, his 5th overall. And the Jets are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talked with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about, assignment football for defenders, and that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. As the offense returns, let's take a look at running back Travis Etienne. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll set up a throw. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
A throw over the middle taken in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. Screenplay. Here's Etienne. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Our time, it's our go.
Back to throw now on first down. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. On second down, a run with Etienne. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Number 16's coming, check line.
Looking to throw.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. They're going to look to throw. And they'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Throw left side complete. That's more. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. Fourth and goal.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So out comes Justin Rohrwasser in the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Rohrwasser's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on first and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going for Bateman. He's got him on the out route. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They'll set up to throw. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Akers back-to-back catches. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's complete to Adams. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Jordan. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Foster on second down. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. A give up the middle to Akers. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Going right back to Akers. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Gerald Everett, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys have now moved out in front. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead is now 14-10. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Finding more on the out route for the completion. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Let's go, let's go.
2nd and 6. And his throw is incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 40. A 3rd down gain of 19.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his fifth catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They'll look to throw again. He's got the connection to Moore. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Back to throw again. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. Touchdown, Panthers. Travis Etienne. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Panthers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Well, he is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on a defensive coordinator and a defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But it turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it was Travis Etienne on the touchdown reception capping the drive. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Marching back onto the field now, Devontae Adams and company getting set to go. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, that good stuff. You got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing. Change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And he is going to have a Jets first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon. Thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Let's go. 33. Yellow. It's our time. It's our time.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Good work, D. That's how. Keep playing hard.
They'll come up now on second and a yard.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Damn it.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That one complete downfield to Johnson. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 41 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. He'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
Hey, we got 3 down. Ready.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's third and goal. They'll look to throw here. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Rashad Bateman, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half.
And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
2nd and 1. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. ETN up the middle.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And they'll go again with ETN.
Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll drop to throw.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Now they go screen. It's complete.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
So here are the Jets now to take over. They've got the lead as they begin this drive 1st and 10, trying to forget about that loss last week to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Here we go. Here we go. Red 38.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB. Come on. Mike, 55.
They'll try and start this drive in the air, eluding the pressure right.
That is caught, Rashad Bateman.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, G.
Here's a 2nd and 7. They'll find Everett there, complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a down.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Check 55 to Mike. I don't think you got it, son. 55 is Mike. 55.
Here's a run with Akers on second down.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
4 yards the pickup, first down. They'll go again here with Akers.
And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. A gain of 4 last play.
Certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On the give, this is Akers.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw.
Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
A first down carry for Foster.
3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
They're going to look to throw.
Going out wide here, and he finds Akers.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Back to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Throwing here on first down.
That pass complete to Moore.
4 from the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Draw play, Etienne. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Steps away to his... And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
DeMarcus Lawrence
in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Looking to throw. And that's complete to ETN out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
A throw left side taken in by Komet. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
Let's go now. Cavity Lions. I'm going to run you over.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is caught at the 20. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So on 4th down, a big time completion, and the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the screen. Watch the shift. Watch the shift.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 times and 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 19. And he's got the hook up to Moore.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
So out comes Justin Rohrwasser in the field goal unit.
He hit his first, this one from 38.
Rohrwasser's kick is good.
And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's the Jets punter now. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. So now the Panthers down on the scoreboard. At time, a huge factor. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on 1st down. He'll look to throw.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
Well, this game has not been short on intrigue, but that's the backbreaker right there, and it's going to put any hope of victory to bed.
Yeah, they knew they needed the touchdown, and when you have that little time remaining, they know they've got no choice except to go for broke, and that they did. But the interception, that means defeat.
Another go-around now for the Jets offense. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back to throw here.
That's out to the flat for Akers. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Ready. 10 black. Double tight. Ready.
Look at this, a tight end carry. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take the knee.
Here we go. Set. 50. Green.
Everyone's got 4 down.
Set. Cut.
7. Let's go one more.
Ready. Go.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, capped off by that second half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us, not so much to the team who led at halftime and now is leaving here knowing that they let a win slip through their fingers. Tough one for them to carry home.
So for the Jets, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa.
Tonight, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's a special prime-time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Buffalo Bills.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they interplay. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of the first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Taking it about the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Here we go. Set. 60 red. 60 red.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Looking Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Man who played collegiately nearby in Athens for the Bulldogs, James Cook.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. Back to throw.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
A first down carry for Davis.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Here we go. Here we go. Black 40.
Squeeze, double. 45, 45, 45, Mike, 45.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where...
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Buying time to his left.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Like any team plan, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least. If they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. A 33-yarder from the left hash.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And the Bills' opening drive yields 3.
And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So here are the Falcons now as they get set for their opening possession. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
Yeah, hoping to get rid of that interception bug. 2nd and 3. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
That one a first down pickup of 8. The Falcons at 5-3 now on the year. They coming off the loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple of months, CD. 5 wins in their last 8 games.
And quite frankly, there wasn't a whole lot to draw on in the loss last week because they were dominating every phase of the game. You've got to hope that they show a little more life in this one because they certainly didn't have it in their last outing. Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Here we go. 49, guys. Hey, defense, let's go.
And that's caught inside the 30.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And that seemed to me to be all about trusting your receiver.
No doubt about it, because when he put that ball in the air, I will guarantee you everyone who's watching this game right now thought that's up for grabs. But this is a lot of practice time. As you mentioned, a ton of trust, and he knows how good his guy is. So to him, it wasn't up for grabs. To him, it was a big play waiting to happen.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
2nd and 6. This one caught by Ridley.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They'll try the left side. Newman. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal.
From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
Koo knocks this one through the posts.
And that will tie us at 3-3.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-3. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. Give him 32 on the play.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports.
Ready. Yellow, 43.
Watch the run. 45. Ready. Strip that ball.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Davis, he'll try to run for it. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Ready. Red 38.
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
They'll run for it with Davis.
Watch 14.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, Don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown.
A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Bills are an extra point away from drawing level. Boy, Charles, that's a great response drive from the rookie quarterback. Remember, threw the pick on the previous possession. Here, he's able to lead him down and throw it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And I know from the draft analysis that this is exactly why this team wanted to take this young man. They thought his ability to bounce back from mistakes and quickly turn them into positives, that was something they wanted on their team, and we just saw evidence of it right there. This young man doesn't let anything get to him, and he finds a way to come back big.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs. Right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Bilal Nichols, never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll start here with a 1st and 10.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Completes it to Davis. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. On second down, Cook. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Now a play fake here on first down. Forced out to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. 6 yards left on second down. They'll look to throw. It dumps this off underneath. Here's Davis. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. The 20. 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
Koo now for the point after.
He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fields it right around the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
First down now, but that clock rolling.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. On fourth down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
And the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll drop to throw.
This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ready, ready. Ready, go.
They'll look to throw here. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a gain of 3 on what should be the final play of this first half. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They were losers last week to Carolina, but they've got the lead here as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
Ready, 50, green. Nice, sweetheart. Mike's 49. Mike's 49.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
49. 49's the Mike. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
They'll set up a throw. The open man here, Renfro. And he goes out right around the 39. Second and 4. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. He'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 30. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 30-yard line. They're going to look to throw. That was short one to Gesicki.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
They'll run on first down. It's Newman. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
4 down, 4 down. Check it back.
Algier, touchdown, Falcons. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point.
And the lead is up to 14. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it was Tyler Algier capping things off with a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
On second down, Davis. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. Taken in at the 22.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards.
And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
On second down, it's Newman. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now here's a throw that's complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Hands it off out of the gun.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Now back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked down inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Not today, you are. Not today. Hey, check Mike 45.
They'll try to get the run game going. Here's Davis. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left. Watch twist.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. The left side caught by Diggs.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready, set.
45, Mike, 45. All day, baby, all day. Check, 45.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He completes it to Evans. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down.
45 for Mike. Let's go, Diggs.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
It's going to be a long day.
And Diggs has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up first and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Second and 2.
95.
Here we go. All right, 6:30.
They'll look to throw again.
Watch QB's up.
Being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Switch. Hey, we got 4. Got 4 down.
They go play action here on first down. He's got it at the 15.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Here we go.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Check 13. Check 13. Ready, go.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
Here we go. Set. Black 40.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Gabriel Davis
From 3 yards out.
And the Bills go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
And here now come the Falcons.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
49. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. 49, guys. Mike.
Back to throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Newman. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
49's the mic. Watch 49. Watch the curl.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
49. Here we go. Get off the field.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. Back to throw again.
Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end. Four down.
Ready. Go.
Looking to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Here we go.
They'll set up to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Koo knocks this one through the posts.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
So the Bills now down by 10. 1:46 to go. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down.
Mike, 33.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. John Johnson with the INT. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Koo for the extra point.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole.
Here we go. 53.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Dancing to his left. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Back to throw. And a catch right side by Evans. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. There's Evans again, complete. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got the hook up with Diggs.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. They'll look to throw now on first down. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
What a performance. All those points put on the board. And, Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a complete effort to secure the win, and both sides of the ball made big plays. But how demoralizing is it when the opposing defense can take one all the way back against you? And that was the case here. That really sparked them to victory.
So for Atlanta, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.